Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Christmas edition of the Metal Magdalene with Jet. And tonight we have a special guest with us. We have Mr. Snowy Shaw back on the show. Welcome back, Snowy.
Oh, hello there.
Now, keeping up with Snowy Shaw is a feat in itself. But before we get into all the Mad Architect stuff you got going on there, real quick, I wanted to ask you really quickly about what's going on with Denner Sherman. I know you're a part of that. So tell us a little bit about, your involvement with that and what you got going on there.
What should I say? I basically helped out to record their EP, like in January this year. Mm-hmm. And then for next January, in 2016, I'm going to do the full-length album with them. Mm-hmm. And that's basically it. And, it seemed to be getting a really, really good reception and response from people. So that's very positive, of course. But, since I decided to not be part of any bands, except for doing my own thing, and that is mainly what I'm focusing on these days. So that is why I sort of turned down the offer to go out and play festivals with them and to tour with them. So, it's not cut in stone, but let's see. But I really need to focus on my own shit now before I get too old, Because that's basically what I've always wanted to do. And I've been in the business now for 27 years or something, and I think it's about time. So.
Yeah, you got to do your own shit before you die now.
Exactly, I thought.
So when you were working with Denner and Sherman, was it like little reunion, everybody together, playing again, happy like old times?
Yeah, we were having such a blast, partying all the time and talking, good old memories and shit. Mm-hmm. No, I'm just lying.
I was going to say old man partying, okay.
Yeah, we had a cup of tea and all that. And we're knitting, and making out those crosswords and shit. Now, but they just basically send me the files, and I recorded it here in Gothenburg. So, and it was also mixed in that same studio because Arnold is such a competent, good sound engineer and mixing guys. So we're going to repeat the same procedure. They're going to send me the files, and I record the drums here. And then they mixed it here. So I didn't even meet the guys. I haven't seen them in a while. So.
And I was going to say, just the EP itself has been getting a really great reception, especially from fans of all of yours. Everybody, they like to have you all collectively together in one little group there and playing this music. And they get so excited because it's like a little reunion thing, So I know when I play it on my show, everybody is very into it. And it's perfect the way that you guys did it, too, with the EP first, spike a little interest, and then come out with the full length, because people already want the full length.
Yeah, but that's very good. I mean, that's not like a guarantee in any way, but, you're trying out a little bit and see if there's any interest, and then you can pick up on that. So it was a self-financed thing to begin with. They come up with the money themselves to finance the whole thing, and apparently, Metal Blade was really interested. I mean, it's the same label as, with Merciful Fate and all that. So that was the obvious choice, I suppose. But so of course now it's going to be a full length, and I guess we see what happens then. But like I said, I only do the session jobs here, or like the recordings. What I mean. So.
Right. Now tonight we're here to talk about Mad Architect. Now, first of all, Snowy, how did you guys come up with the name for this project? Are you guys all the Mad Architects of this, or what?
Don't ask me. I mean, it's the other guy, this guy Magnus, and it's basically his project, even though it's one of the most weird projects I've ever been involved with, because let me tell you how it works, really. It's not really a band, it's more like a studio project.
Right.
And it's just, we did, on the previous album, he had some sort of band there, and I was just doing the vocals. They asked me to do, a guest vocals on one song. And once I'd done that, they want to ask me to do 2 or 3 more. And I said, yeah, but what about your singer? I mean, wouldn't he object to that? I mean, it seemed pretty weird to have To have a guest singer on one song is one thing, but not on 3 or 4 songs. But then he sort of revealed that, we don't have any lead singer, and it's not really a band or anything. So, yeah, but anyway, this time around he didn't have a band, so I didn't want to be too much involved with this because it's like a side thing.
Right.
And so I asked a couple of my good friends, like Vicky, who played with me in my solo band, the bass player, and my friend Andre on the drums. But then I realized it's too fucking complicated, really, to communicate all that, and we're not going to rehearse or anything like that. So because of the structure of the songs and all, because Magnus, he basically just sent me a couple of chords, like a D minor and a A major, whatever, and then I have to do the rest. So yeah, it's very weird. I come up with the melodies and write the songs, and just structure it, and yeah, and then I played bass, drums, vocals, did the arrangement, being the producer, making the album covers, blah blah blah, releasing it on my record label and stuff. So yeah, it's pretty weird, and complex project, I should say.
It's weird because you went in as a guest singer and ended up doing the whole freaking everything.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean,
how'd that happen?
Yeah, it's not that unusual, actually. I have a tendency of being quite dominant, and that wasn't the case here. But as you can see, I mean, when I've been involved with bands in the past, I sort of tend to take over because I'm so dedicated. Somehow,
Yeah, there's a good word, dedicated.
Yeah, there's probably uglier words to describe that, but that's the way it is. I mean, like Dream Evil, for example. I mean, I didn't even want to be in the band because when they presented some of the songs like Heavy Metal in the Night and Heavy Metal Jesus, I thought, is this a joke? I mean, because it was just so ridiculous. But, God, I was wrong because I needed to step down from my high horse there or something and realize that, okay, that is what attracts people. Very obvious, very simple, and reach a big audience and stuff. So anyway, I agreed after a lot of persuasion there to do the drums as a session drummer, and then later on I ended up writing all the music and all the lyrics and being the man in charge. Like the Book of Heavy Metal, it's basically my album when I play guitar and all kinds of shit. So yeah, but anyway, I wanted to do it good, and I tend to be more. Once again, more dedicated than most people. So I spend more time on it, and I want to do it good.
So you're dedicated to this Mad Architect project, writing everything, playing everything, controlling everything, Snowy.
What can I say? I mean, it was necessary.
So tell us a little bit about the new album then, right? Recently released. What went into this one musically and lyrically, or what are you seemingly going for when you were writing this?
If you compare the first album and this one, if the feeling I got from the songs, or I don't know if it was even songs to begin with, but anyway, I got the feeling that this is more 70s style, like let's say Sad Wings of Destiny, Judas Priest, or Led Zeppelin, or Black Sabbath, or something like that. So I was sort of more steering in that direction, and I thought, okay, we need to have a big open sound for the drums, and it's very loose, the arrangements and all that. So that is why I sort of took my friend Andre out of the equation, because he is more like a guy who needed everything structured, because this was, I would say this is sort of like a hippie metal music in a way. I mean, so we needed to enhance that kind of vibe with the sound as well, the sound qualities and stuff. So and that's basically what I went for. And what can I say? I mean, it's quite open. I mean, people have a hard time sort of categorizing this kind of music. I saw reviews where they spend the whole review like, okay, I hear some goth vocals there, and it's sludge, whatever that is, I don't know, and all kinds of things. And I was like, who gives a shit about categorization or maybe you can just listen to it, and if you appreciate it, that's good. I mean, I don't give a shit about the genre itself, you know.
Right. It was. I understand what you're saying. Now, was it hard for you then to record this when you were trying to go for this certain sound? I mean, I could just imagine you in the freaking recording studio trying to, what's that word you used? Not control, it was something else. Oh, your dedication to the recording process. What was it like trying to record this?
It actually took a little bit, you know, we got delayed because, I mean, there were some technical problems and issues there. So, but I think it worked out fairly good. And I recorded the bass and vocals in my own studio at home, and the drums and the mix then in the studio. So, yeah, but I think it turned out pretty good. But, you know, it was a bit loose, like I said. I mean, he had recorded the guitars on top of a click track. Yeah. But in some cases, he I couldn't find the proper tempo there or a beat per minute. So he said that, I just listened to it, and it should be 120, and then he turned it off and just play a cappella, sort of, you know, and so I had to follow that on the drums, you know, and it just, that's pretty crazy, you know, to do that. Yeah, but those are kind of, you know, what do you say? People still think that, okay, a band goes into the studio like they did in the 40s or early 70s and record everything, you know, together. It doesn't quite work like that anymore. So maybe some people have sort of gone back to that, which I think is really good. But like I mentioned with the Denner Sherman thing, I mean, I didn't even meet the guys, you know.
And that's disappointing to me because I thought you did all hang out together, knit and drink tea.
The grand illusion that everybody has, like, okay, a band is something that, okay, the singer come up with the melody and the lyrics, and the bass player does whatever he wants and shit. It doesn't quite work like that. I mean, that's the illusion, like, okay, there are 5 people in the same room, they're having a great time, a party going on, a lot of chicks and drugs and blah, blah, blah. All that shit. It doesn't quite work like that anymore. With me, it certainly doesn't work like that. I mean, I've been doing so many recordings all on my own when I play all the instruments and the vocals and shit. And of course, it would be impossible to play bass and drums and sing at the same time, you know, so, for example.
Well, thanks for killing the illusion, Snowy.
Yeah, I shouldn't say that's my goal in life, really. But I don't know why I should sort of keep that illusion going, because it's a very different time and age now, and day and age here in the music business overall, I suppose.
It's true. Now, how can people order this? I mean, is it just come in CD, or do you got little packages going on?
Now, we decided, actually, I mean, not just because it's more like the 70s kind of approach on this one, but CD, I mean, I don't know for about America. I mean, you still have CDs there, but in Europe, I mean, nobody gives a shit basically about CDs. So it's digital release on iTunes, and we also have this digital drop card included in the vinyl, which is the thing. So it's like a double vinyl with a gatefold and all that.
Wow.
And you know, like I said, it's my own record company, so you can order it through www.snowshaw.net/webshop. That's basically where you can get the physical product. And then you got also I mean, I actually have a quite beneficial, fan pack going here with T-shirt, a signed poster, the vinyl, drumsticks, and all that. So delivered in a neat little box, in a pizza box.
We actually have one of your fans ordered it, and he comes in the show all the time, requesting Mad Architect stuff, and he's so excited for this interview as well. And he showed us too, and I was like, "Is that a freaking pizza box in there?" He loved it.
It's pretty expensive to send these kind of things around the world. So I figure with this fan pack, this deluxe fan pack thing, like as I mentioned, it has a T-shirt and a digital drop card and all that. And so I figured, okay, how should I wrap it up or pack it here so it's safe and it's gonna be delivered in one piece. But a pizza box, I was just looking at, wow, that's the perfect size. And it's also space for the rest of it, except for just the vinyl album. And I thought it was ideal. So I tend to, when I send it out, I write like in the lid of the box, like Happy Meal, but with a T. Happy Metal, you know. So,
Oh yeah, very clever, very clever.
Yeah, but it's kind of cute, you know.
And they love it because I know he loves it, and that's something that they keep too. You know, part of the memorabilia.
Yeah.
So
Strange times.
hey, that's very ingenuitive of you. So really. So what else you got going on, Snowy? You said that you're trying to focus on your own stuff, but it sounds like you keep focusing on all this other stuff. What do you got going on?
Yeah, the thing is, I don't want to ruin all the illusions here, but you got to pay the bills, you know.
I know.
So I think I've recorded like 5 or 6 albums this year with different projects, like singing for some Bulgarian people album and playing drums for some Spanish guys, and I did bass for some Norwegian black metal or death metal or whatever it was, and this and that, except for Mad Architect and Dennis Sherman and this and that. So, but then I've also been doing my own tour of Sweden with my Snowy Shaw project, and actually after that, it was such a complicated thing when I had to sue people, like promoters who fucked it up completely and stuff. So I actually burned myself out a little bit here. So I tried to recuperate and relax a little bit for the last couple of months here, actually.
So what do you got going on for next year? Now I know, are you going to be hooking up with any bands going on tour like you did the Sabaton thing or what?
No, like I said, I mean, I'm pretty done with that chapter in my life, but I have already booked in August. We had like 3 shows booked. Like, I think it's gonna make an announcement today, so it's official today that I'm gonna play Wacken in Germany next year.
Nice. Now with your project?
Yeah, it's all with my own project.
Nice.
Because I mean, I can do session jobs and stuff like that. And recordings, that's one thing, and write music, whatever it is, for other people. But when it comes to playing live, I wanted to bring out my own show and to do to focus on that and record my own stuff, of course, because I wrote like 5,000 songs or something. I just been waiting for my fucking home studio or my own studio to actually work, and it's been such a long process, but I'm getting to that, I suppose. Anyway, so I'm gonna basically focus on my recordings and the shows for next year, and there's a bunch of them anyway, and it's gonna be more of them also. So I'm playing in Norway, and then also one show in Sweden, and basically I'm focusing on festivals, because being in charge of everything on your own, like I did this year, it's too much of a workload, really, and I sort of cracked under the pressure.
So is this going to be the first time that you're actually going out doing your stuff at these big festivals like this?
Yeah. As you know, I released my live DVD. It was from recorded from 2 shows, 2 separate shows, and so I've been doing them myself pretty much and organizing everything. But now I decided that it's better to reach out to a lot of people playing festivals, because it doesn't depend on me, and I don't have to drag everyone there. I mean, the attendance is not because of me, I suppose. So you can reach out to a lot more people, I suppose. Right,
yep. And so, Snowy, where can people go to find out more about what the hell you got going on? All these special announcements you're making and where you're playing and all that kind of stuff.
I suppose I'm pretty active on Facebook, so yeah. And my official page, I don't know what it's called. Really, it's no show official, I suppose.
Yeah, so probably Facebook.
Social medias like Twitter or something,
So Facebook's probably the best bet. Now, do you do anything exciting over there for the holiday season, or sleep?
Yeah, we're planning, me and my wife and the kids, to go way up north in Sweden, because to visit, to spend Christmas with her parents, and then after that I'm planning on going to visit Hulkoff, which is the singer and the leader of this band Raubtier, a Swedish band, and he's like like the Swedish version of Ted Nugent, I suppose.
Oh, jeez. Well, that ought to be exciting.
No, but okay. You can interpret that any way you want. But I mean, he's like a hunter and a wildlife kind of guy, and he has like those Siberian Huskies and scooters and all that, and he, to be in the winterland sort of, because I mean it's so far up, in Sweden. So
that'll be fun. Now, do you bring
Lapland or something? I don't know, but
yeah, it'll be fun. Now, do you bring your little dogs with you and stuff?
Absolutely, yeah. We couldn't live without them, so they are actually our kids. I mean,
yeah, so that'll be exciting.
Two kids from before. I mean, they're like 19 and 22. The dogs, they are our kids. So.
Yeah, well, that'll be exciting for your kids to meet those big giant huskies.
Yeah, I hope it'll turn out good. But my wife, she is a dog trainer and a dog psychologist, or whatever. So she has really good hand with animals and kids and dogs.
Well, that's good. Then you don't have to worry about anything.
Yeah, but Hulkov, I mean, he has a lot of guns and shit. So okay, it's gonna be fine, I suppose.
Oh, it'll be fun. You're out there in the.
Hey, I mean, we can shoot them. No, I'm just kidding.
There you go. Well, you'll be out there with the Ted Nugent of whatever country you're going to. There sounds like a lovely, blessed Christmas season, Snowy.